What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Josh's Comics. This week, Superman drops on July 11th. I am getting to see the film early on Tuesday due to Amazon Prime early screening. So I figured, why not we take a look at my 10 favorite books in my collection of Superman? We'll jump right into it. Like I said, these are 10 books that I really enjoy in my collection. I collect a lot of Superman actually, between Action Comics, his regular Superman runs throughout the years, and of course, one shots and off stories. But yeah, we're gonna take a look at 10 books in my collection that mean something to me, and some of them have a little bit of significance towards the movie that's coming out. So let's jump into the hall and take a look. Start off with probably the most important book in Superman's history, Action Comics, issue number one. This is actually the 50th anniversary reprint from 1988. Has a little bit of value in it. Won this in a free giveaway a few years ago. It does has a few ticks and stuff, but hey, a reprint's a reprint, and Action Comics has had quite a few reprints throughout the years. Just happy to own one myself, but a book that I think every collector wants to have, not the reprint exactly, but the actual Action Comics, the start of superheroes, potentially the, you know, best cover, the superhero book that any collector would want to own. Still, even though it's a reprint, I'm glad to have it in my collection. The second book, and we're going to go off by starting with Action Comics and to jump into Superman. This is a great book itself. A nice Silver Age, too. Action Comics, issue number 262. Take a look at that great cover with Superman and Supergirl, and it's actually an earlier issue of Supergirl as well. And it's the introduction that Kryptons get the power from the sun, which is an important, part of Superman's lore and history. And we actually get to see that play out in James Gunn's trailer, where the sun comes down and is essentially healing Clark. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out in the DCU, but a great issue and copy to have in your collection. Action Comics, the 45th anniversary, or 45th fabulous year, or 45th anniversary, you can call it. Action Comics 544. Great cover, an underrated key in Superman lore, honestly, in my opinion. And this is the introduction of Lex's warsuit, which is also in the trailer. We know that Lex will have a team of warsuits going after Superman. I would love to see him suit up. I think we're probably not going to get it in this first movie. It'll probably happen down the road. Um, so we'll have to see what happens with that. But a great book to have in the collection. I have a few copies of this on the hunt for that 9/8, even though it's not a big key, but still great pickup and great ad for the collection. This next book I think is underrated, but it's a bit silly, but I still think it's underrated. Action Comics number 662. At long last, this is the issue where Clark Kent tells Lois Lane that he is Superman. Took 662 issues for Lois to, well, not even find out, but for her to learn that Clark is Superman. This thing, honestly, you can find near mint raw for like 3, $4. I got this in the dollar bin. It's insane. This book is kind of very cheap. And again, yeah, it's not a big significance, but to me it is. I mean, Lois finally figures out or finally learns that Clark is Superman all along. Think it's just an underrated key. So a great ad in the collection, and I'm happy to have it. Moving on, we'll jump into the Superman line now. Superman issue number one from John Byrne, and this is the pretty much restarting of Superman, as you could say. This is the reintroduction of Matella, who is a Superman rogue, who I would love to see on the big screen one day. We had him in Smallville. We've had him in an animated series. Would love to see him get a introduction on the big screen as well. And this book, same thing, a bit underrated, undervalued in my opinion, and a great cover. But what's interesting is probably almost the first 10 books or so were actually reintroductions of characters from the Silver Age and Golden Age. And this is a great book that was recently, a couple years ago, pretty hot. Superman issue number 4, the first Bloodsport, who we got in James Gunn's Suicide Squad. Will he make a return? Who knows? We'll have to see. In that version, he was arrested for shooting Superman with a Krypton bolt, if I'm not mistaken. But it's a different universe. I'd love to see Bloodsport return. It'd be interesting to see him play off of Superman, potentially become an anti-hero as well. So, and again, I this book was hot a few years ago when the movie came out, dropped down a lot. Same thing, you can find this in the bins for $5 and $10. This book is in, I keep saying underrated, unvalued keys, and that's what half this list is, even though 10 of my favorite Superman books. The Adventures of Superman, issue number 424, which is another like re-kick off. Yeah, it says premiere issue. The adventures begin from Marv Wolfman and Jerry Odell. And this is the first appearance of Cat Grant, but also the first appearance of Samuel Lane. Uh, Honestly, this blows my mind. We know that Cat will be in Superman as well. I would imagine Samuel Lane will probably pop up at somewhere in the near future, so we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. But again, another underrated book and a great cover too. Um, Moving on, a book that I think every collector of Superman probably has in their collection at some point, and this is the Polybag of the Death of Superman, issue number 75, Death of Superman and Doomsday. But we all know that's not true because obviously they come back. But at the time when this happened in comics, which I believe was 1993, the year before I was born, since I was born in 94, this was like big. A lot of people say this is what, whether you're a comic book person or not, this shocked the world. It was in the news, it was everywhere. Everybody was talking about it, whether you're a comic reader or collector at the time or not. There are multiple reprints of this, and this poly bag actually includes a armband and an obituary, which is pretty cool. I wouldn't mind owning a 9.8 one day of the book. I think it's just, something to have in a collection. Over 6 million copies were sold, and at the time, a lot of people thought they were going to become rich. This is going to be the next big book. But even in the near mint range, there's not a whole lot of value in it. You're not going to retire off of it unless you have all 6 million copies and you can sell all 6 million copies. But still, a great key to have in the collection and a big part of Superman's history. The next couple of books are just some fun books. This one, hits home to me because I'm a big Batman Adventures fan. So of course I'm a big a big Superman Adventures fan as well. And this is Superman Adventures issue number 1 off of the hit animated TV show. First appearance of Marcy Graves as well in comics. She first appeared in the or in the animated show as well. And then this is her comic debut, and then she would also be introduced into the mainstream DC continuity and comics eventually. But a great cover, and remember coming home from school and watching Batman: The Adventures from like I think it was 3:30 to 4, and then 4 to 4:30 was Superman, if I'm not mistaken, Adventures, and it was just my childhood. So great add to the collection, and I've heard some positive talk about Superman, James Gunn's Superman, being like a live action Superman Adventures kind of. So if that's the case, I'm already gonna enjoy the film. And my last book is a book that like just got hot recently due to the movie. Crypto is in the movie. I can't wait. One of my favorite things in the movie. Love seeing him in the trailer. I think he's a big hit with everybody. And this is Superman issue number 680, Dog of Steel from Alex Ross. Whew, that's a nice looking cover. What's great is Alex Ross did, I think, 5 issues at least of different covers for Superman. And this being one of those covers that is completely like people are buying it up like crazy right now. Yes, it's a great Alex Ross cover, and I love it. But once the movie comes out, things will calm down. This book, good luck buying it right now if you want. I would hold off on it personally, um, just because I think it's a bit overvalued. That's my opinion. But yeah, guys, that is my 10 books in my collection in celebration of Superman coming out on July 11th. I cannot wait. Like I said, I'm going to the early Amazon premiere tickets. I got my tickets for Tuesday night, so I cannot wait to see that. I don't know if this video is going to drop before Tuesday night or not. If it does, hey, check it out, like it. If not, I will give a review probably Wednesday or Thursday of the movie. Obviously, no spoilers. And if I really enjoy it, I'll probably see it a second time later that weekend. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video and if you enjoyed seeing these books, leave a comment down below, like the button, and please subscribe uh, to the channel. It would really help me out. And I just, want to keep growing followers and making more content, and I'm enjoying my time in the comic book community here on YouTube. And also, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you're excited for Superman. I've heard some great things. I know some people are trying to down talk on the movie and they don't want to see it, but hey, I'm open to it. I'm open to a new DC universe, and I hope it does well. So until next time, guys, stay safe, take care of each other, and as always, we will see you in the next episode of Josh's Comics.